Bird Kia, PanamaCity.com. The road is yours in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or 2025 Kia Sportage with 2083 per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited, cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 9/30/25.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
WVLQ Point St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! Hot tub! I'm full of water! I say hot tub! Hot stay hot tub! Gonna get you hot tub! Gonna make it wet! Say hot tub! Rubber dub and hot tub! Rubber dub and me! Second hot tub!
Yeah!
Really make me sweat!
Yeah!
Second hot tub!
Yeah!
Really make me wet!
Yeah! Well. Good morning. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tommy's out today. Josh will be back with us next Thursday. Jeremy's in it. Jeremy, how you doing, sir?
I am doing well. How are you doing, Coach?
Good. How's everything down at church? Is everybody what church you're at and what's going on down there?
First United Methodist Church, Panama City. We are off to a great fall, if you will. I guess we kind of feel the change in the air here. All the back to school now behind us. But anyway, it's Sunday morning, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45. So we're excited to welcome all who want to come join us.
Well, and it is true. They had a little problem down there after the FSU-Alabama game. They had a big shindig after the game on Sunday, and there were some hurt feelings. And I think Tommy got over it, though. He's doing okay.
Oh, they're doing well.
Was that fun, though? Was that not a good time?
We had a blast with that.
The way you deliver things is really good, and you kind of relate it to sports, which helps me, believe me. But do a great job down there, no doubt about that. Anything else coming up anytime soon? Any kind of big event?
I guess the biggest one, we've got a cookout taking place, kind of like fall festival thing coming up in a few weeks. But you know how this time of the year is. You're kind of grinding through the sort of ordinary things. The big stuff for us is out there on the horizon with Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. But it's coming. I mean, we're less than 100 days to Christmas. And
I noticed you're going to a lot of volleyball games. And let's talk about your daughter. How's she doing? Didn't she get injured?
So I got one at University Academy who
and that's her name,
Addison, and she had a season-ending injury that happens in 0.5% of all cases. I mean, it would happen to Addison, but she's recuperating well. It was a partial tear of the tricep and a fracture of the very small part of your ice cream bone. You got two bones there, so you got the bigger one and the smaller one. She kind of took off the end of the small one there. So
that's weird.
Yeah, it was.
She hit wrong.
She braced and the ligament kept going and kind of moved through there. So
0.5%.
Yeah, they said most kids would already suffer the full break.
Yeah,
but said she had good strong.
Did she have to be operated on?
No, because it was a partial. They're just letting it heal in a sling, and she's getting limited range of motion back. And
now, I remember a year ago, one of them got hurt on the beach.
Yeah, that was Alexis. That was the other one there. So
remember her?
She had a ligament issue.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, yep. So
now she back full.
Yeah, she's back going.
She's at Mosley.
She's at Mosley on the JV team.
How's that going?
They are, I think, 8-3 now. They've lost to Childs twice, and then they did lose to North Bay Haven last night, 25-23, 25-23 So
I know Jordan's healthy. Jordan's too mean.
Jordan's on the field tonight for fall ball.
Don't worry about Jordan getting hurt. He can handle it, man.
Well, he'll be out there at the 6U tonight, 6 o'clock. So he's having fun.
Well, okay, what happened this date in history?
September 18th. On this day in history, Kiss, the rock band Kiss, they shocked the world by going on MTV, and they did it without their makeup. So that kind of rattled everybody.
And nobody didn't like it then.
Nobody didn't like it. And on this day in history, Jimi Hendrix was found dead at age 27, which brings up to mind the 27-year-old curse. Here's a list, just a few of the people, the rockers and rollers and famous people that died at age 27. Supposed to be this kind of age 27 curse. Jim Morrison of the Doors, he died at age 27.
He was good.
Kurt Cobain.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
See, even...
Good job, Jeremy.
Yeah.
And then Janis Joplin.
Who is she?
You don't remember Janis Joplin?
You
really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
back in the 60s.
Yeah.
No, Big Mama was that Cass?
No, that was Mama Cass Elliott.
So there's two different ones. Okay.
Janis Joplin was that screamer.
Oh yeah. I know. I got it.
Brian Jones, who was one of the founding members of the Rolling Stones, he died at age 27. He was
Man,
a guitarist.
That's crazy.
And most recently, Amy Winehouse, who is a British singer. She was really up and coming in the.
Is that the one that real 2000s. Dark hair?
Right, and the real long eyelashes.
Yeah, I know.
She was British. Yeah. She died at age 27.
What do? They get famous, I guess as they're getting better as teenagers, they get there in their early 20s, they stay drinking and drugs.
And they just get, their agents and stuff like that say, you're going to go on tour for 360 days out of a 365-day year, and they just keep pumping them full, and they got no time to recoup from, traveling on the road is rough. I mean, I didn't do it as a rock star, but I did do it in television. And it's rough to live in a hotel, and get up and do the same thing every day. And
you see some of the stories of people he met, James Brown up there, and all these things. He's had some good times.
I've had some weird times. Also, Jimmy Carter filed a report that he saw a UFO with the International UFO Bureau. I didn't even know there was a U.S.
You talking about
international
the
UFO?
Former president,
yes.
Jimmy Carter?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't even know there was an International UFO Bureau.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think
all those things and more on this date in history.
It's weird.
History.
It kind of like, there's five of us kind of grew up together. You might know, I don't know if you know him or not, we're Montgomery, but Pat Garner's dad he might have been dead when you got there. But anyway, he was a director at Floyd Junior High, and Pat was 68 when he died. Sam McClurkin signed a scholarship, running back out of Jeff Davis, went to Lanier, Floyd, signed a scholarship as a running back at LSU, got a concussion. His dad was a great football player at Auburn, and he wanted to go to Auburn, but Auburn didn't offer the scholarship LSU did. It's kind of weird. So he goes to LSU, can't play, so he transfers to Auburn, 68. Craig Jones was a quarterback at Floyd. We all went to Floyd and went to Lanier, great quarterback there. He went to Chattanooga and played, 68 dead. And Abby and I were both now 68, and we're like, if we get to 69, we might make it longer. That's that five that hung around,
Yeah.
Get over Did you have like a certain group that you kind of...
I've still got 4 or 5 that, we're tight.
Well, how old are you?
48.
Oh, you're still a baby.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he's just
wait till you get that age. I hope I get to that age.
He's only like 2 months older than me. Anyway, shut up in there.
Anyway, wait, I got to get this in. We had a great time last night, Leighton's birthday party.
Happy birthday.
Leighton Bell Hale turned 11. Lorelai, we had a great time with Lorelai and Johnny. And Eric, Laura, everybody was there, and great food, great time, and celebrating our beautiful first grandchild. She brought so much joy to our life. Lorelai and Johnny, the same thing, but we had a great time with that. Ate so much food I couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah, I bet you spoiled the snot out of her too, didn't you?
Let me say, Leighton's got a great grandmother. I mean, Eric's mom's still alive. Growing up, loved Jean, great person. Mariah's grandmother's still alive. Earl, Jane, great people. So that great grandfather, Eric, grandmother Laura, or they call Lala, Papa they call me, and then Julie, Nana, So she's got all this.
You're still ticking too.
Yeah. All the. Thank you, Jerry. All this family there, uncles and aunts and cousins there. That place was packed out. It was crazy. So when you get what I'm getting at, she got so many gifts, she could go open a store. It was crazy. I was like, look at the stuff. It was unbelievable. We didn't have that. We had a small family. We were all, everybody went their separate ways. It's kind of weird. I wanted to get this in there. We started running our mouths. Let's see how much I can get in before we got to go to Coach Whitten. And again, Jeremy, I think you did really well. I'll go over your picks here in a second. But this is CBS already came. I like following this week to week to see how close they get it, and it changes. But right now, CBS has the number 1 seed, the Ohio State Buckeyes, playing in the Rose Bowl, the winner of round 8 and 9. Miami will win the ACC. They'll be the number 2 seed. They will play in the Orange Bowl versus the winner of playoff games 7 and 10. At number 3, I question this one. Number 3, LSU, the winner of the SEC, will go to the Sugar Bowl. They'll play the winner of number 6 and 11 playoff team. The Cotton Bowl will have Penn State. So that's 2 from the Big Ten. Penn State will go to the Cotton Bowl and play the winner of 5 and 12.
Why do you have issues with LSU with that game?
I'm not sure they're going to win the SEC. Their defense really good. That Clemson game's not looking as strong as it did.
No.
So I don't know. But they get the offense cranked up, which you think they will sooner or later. Then watch out for them. All right, here we go. First round playoff games. They got number 5 Georgia hosting number 12 South Florida. They said, and CBS now, they're experts, they said, don't worry about that Miami loss. And you look at the rest of their schedules, pretty nice. They're going to be in. Number 8, Texas Tech versus number 9, Illinois. Now, the winner of the Georgia-South Florida game will play Penn State. Number 8, number 9 will be Texas Tech versus Illinois, and the winner of that will play Ohio State. Number 6, Oregon versus number 11, Oklahoma. The winner will play Miami. And number 7, FSU versus Texas A&M. The winner will play LSU. The Mayo Bowl, they got Ole Miss playing NC State. The Liberty Bowl, Memphis. That's in Memphis, Tennessee. That will be Missouri playing BYU. The Citrus Bowl, Texas Longhorns versus Nebraska. Quest Bowl, Tennessee versus Michigan. Music City, Arkansas, Minnesota. Birmingham, Vandy, Houston. Texas Bowl, Auburn versus Utah. Gator Bowl. I won't go to the Gator Bowl. Alabama, Notre Dame. Gasparillo, South Carolina, Pitt. Gator Bowl. Does that excite you? Would you go if Bama's in it? Short trip.
It's short trip over there. Jacksonville's probably the most boring city in the United States.
We've gone to games there.
Going on there. We'll drive
we went and watched. Tommy and I went. You were probably there.
Yeah, I was there.
Saban played Bobby, FSU there, and I was disappointed. I mean, I've been to the Auburn, Texas game back in '72, whenever it was.
Jacksonville's just a municipal stadium there. I mean, they try to do a few things, by the Riverwalk there, but it's very NFL-like.
That's exactly right. It doesn't thrill me.
No.
I guess it's pretty cool when Florida and Georgia play there, but I've never been to that, so I don't know.
And the reason that game's in, it's hard to get to Athens from South Georgia. There's just no good way to get there. So by playing the Florida-Georgia game in Jacksonville, the folks who are UGA alums actually get to see Georgia pretty close to home.
Yeah.
And I know Kirby wants that game on campus, and there's a lot of reasons why. But you've got Atlanta and Athens, and you got the rest of the state. You got a significant base of support in that southern part that going to Jacksonville is a lot easier than getting to Athens.
Speaking of the great state of Georgia, Georgia Tech, I love that coach. He worked with Saban. He was offensive line coach at Alabama. The AD there's got connections to Alabama. Maybe one day they both come back to Tuscaloosa. I doubt it. He played at Georgia Tech. And let me ask you this. Don't they have a lot of money? Don't their alumni? I mean, that's a great school.
Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, Duke. I mean, if these places wanted to get a football program, the resources are there.
That's what I was asking you. So Georgia Tech could be a really good job. Yeah. I think it's very attractive to the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. You get the market, the Atlanta market, the Big Ten in there.
Yeah,
that's where and I would say Miami too, because the population of South Florida. Even though still they're getting good crowds now, but still nothing special. But Miami's the real deal, it seems like.
Yeah, these schools you mentioned. I mean, Georgia Tech does kind of have a Big Ten feel to it. North Carolina does. I mean, in the realignment that still may take place, but the resources are there. Yeah. If Vanderbilt wants a football program. Yeah, it's just a few phone calls.
See what's happening at SMU right now.
SMU.
They were doing it back in the 80s.
Right.
NIL.
Yeah. USC really wanted to get after it.
I will say this: they've done a lot better the last couple of years. They've done a lot better, and who knows? They might do something this year. We just don't know yet. But that's kind of interesting, these bowl games. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I'm going to tell you what, Jeremy, yesterday at J. Michael's, they had a waiting line. They had a waiting line at lunch. We got there. I got there around 11:05. Of course, Glenn didn't come. I can't make it. He wasn't there. Brian was there. LSU Jeff, Donna. And we had a really good time, but that place was slam packed. It's at that world famous J. Michael Spaghetti. Everybody was getting. They had some people coming off the beach who were getting seafood and stuff like that. But what a crowd they had! Yes, I was really surprised about that. Not that it was sold out. This how quickly it was and how long it lasted. Because we stayed there and talked. I saw Richard there. We talked about Georgia Tech and everything like that. But you want some great seafood? It is the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. Now, if you're over in Lynn Haven, you want a great meal, it's Pat Perno, city commissioner over there. Get out to Beef O'Brady's and Lynn Haven. Have a great time. You're already over in Lynn Haven anyway. You ought to go see Russ and Amber. And you know who the quarterback is for the 49ers is doing a great job? Did you see what he did?
What did he do? I hate the 49ers.
Jeremy, did you see what he did?
No.
Mac Jones. He had a great game.
I missed him Sunday.
Yeah. I said, who was the quarterback? I looked up Mac Jones.
Really?
Brag on him.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that all three of them would be starting, Hurts, Tagovailoa, and Jones would all be starting. I just didn't see how Jones did.
That was awesome, man. But anyway, if you're looking for jewelry, get down and see Russ and Amber. You'll be glad you did.
That's
Where
right.
are they located?
They are located at the corner of Highway 77 and 9th Street, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven. David Adams.
Key word there is Lynn Haven. Now, I'm going to tell you one more real quick. If you want a great meal, and they got DoorDash, they got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, especially you Tiger Sharks down there. Taco Bell, huge supporter of athletics here in this part of the state. They love college football, high school football, big time supporter of Port St. Joe. All you Tiger Sharks down there in Port St. Joe.
Tiger Sharks.
Get into Taco Bell, breakfast, lunch, dinner, anytime. Get there at least once a day, or once every other day. Have a great time, and tell them you appreciate that. They do a great job supporting you Tiger Sharks. Yeah, go Tiger Sharks. We'll be right back. Leighton Lorelei. Have you heard that commercial? Go Tiger Sharks. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida broadcasts the biggest and best games of the week. We're your headquarters for premier matchups, huge rivalries, and fan favorites.
Saturday, it's Auburn and Oklahoma. Kickoff at 2:30, followed by Florida at Miami.
The Gulf Coast headquarters for college football is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 89 with wind 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the southwest. Clear skies tonight with a very light wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 91 tomorrow. 90 and sunshine with a light breeze Saturday. Sunday, mostly sunshine and a temperature the same at 90. This is your Thursday's weather sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Start your fall adventure in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Our SUV family is built for all-in adventures and endless possibilities. Stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. You're going to find the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or a new 2025 Kia Sportage. Bill Bird Kia, the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. The road is yours in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or 2025 Kia Sportage with 2083 per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited, cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 9/30/25.
The Kings of the Swamp.
Ball's loose at the 38. Gators got it. Wow.
The Gators renew their rivalry with the Miami Hurricanes.
Quick race down the near sideline. 20, 15, 10 with 5. Touchdown, Gators.
On your home for Florida football.
Gators at Hurricanes. Saturday, kickoff at 6:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Time to let the big dogs eat.
How about that answer by Georgia? To the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. It's Thursday. It's Mosley Day. All you Dolphins, get out there to Beefo Brazen and Lynn Haven. Visit Pat Perno. Your city commissioner does a great job. Great meal. Great place to have a little pep rally. Great pregame meal for your big fans. And head out to Tommy Oliver and watch Mosley dominate like they usually do. We got him on right now. Coach Witten has built a powerhouse over there. Coach, how you doing this morning?
Doing good.
Well, let's jump into the game. 36, I believe it was 36-16. Navarre's got a traditional, having a really good football program over there. It seems like the offense is playing well like always. But the defense must have played a lot better. Start out with your defense. Talk about your defense personnel, who's playing well, and talk about that game plan, and then we'll get into offense.
Yeah, no, I thought the defense played really well. I thought Talon Moore got us off to a hot start. He had a 95-yard pick six to start the game, and I thought we did a much better job of putting pressure on the quarterback. Wyatt Fleming did a great job, holding down the middle for us. We really shut down the run game, and like I said, just great defensive football team effort, and those guys played really well.
Hey, Coach Jeremy, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Morning.
Good. Congrats on the win. Y'all are becoming a little bit of road warriors here during this part of your schedule. You're getting ready to hit the road again over to Escambia, your longest trip of the year. Looking at the Gators over there, they're pretty stingy. They've not given up a lot of points. Hadn't scored a whole lot. Every game they played has been relatively low scoring, and they are sitting 0-3. But this seems like a better ball club than the record might indicate. What have you been able to kind of find out about those guys in your scout work?
There's no doubt they're definitely a lot better than what their record is. If they've come out and played three really good teams to start the year. Like you said, defensively, they've got 2 Division I interior defensive tackles. I'd confidently say it'd probably be the best 2 inside guys that we've seen all year. They got a D1 corner, so they got really good players on the defensive side of the ball. And then, like always, offensively, they're really athletic. They got guys that if you don't do a good job of tackling out in space, they can take it to the house on any play. So we got to do a good job of being great tacklers, keeping the ball in front of us. So, they've definitely got players.
They have a lot of team speed there. Have you been able to tell kind of film work? If they can get around, they've got D1. Obviously, got to have some, but across the board, they're pretty fast.
Oh yeah, always. Anytime you play a team out of Pensacola, traditionally they got guys that can run, and these guys definitely can do that. Like I said, we got to do a great job defensively, just rally into the football, keeping the ball in front of us and being great tacklers because of that team speed. I mean, you miss one tackle, it could very easily turn into 6 points real fast. So, again, we just got to, read our keys and keep the ball in front and play good defense.
Talk about your quarterback. He's, to me, I don't know what the records are at Mosley High School, but I tell you what, he seems to be tearing up this year. Talk about a little bit how well he played and what he's done this year for you.
Yeah, no, JP is, I think all year we've kind of said he's really smart and accurate. JP's made great decisions and been really accurate. I didn't realize it till after the game, but JP was 20 of 23. Wow. With 2 of his incompletions being a tip pass and a Hail Mary. So,
okay.
JP threw for 223 and 2 touchdowns. So, again, he's played really well, but JP's also got some really good targets to throw the football to. So, guys have been making a lot of plays for him, and like I said, just been happy and pleased with the way he's been playing this year, and just got to keep him going, keep him upright, and just keep being a great facilitator and get the ball out to his playmakers.
Give us the names of offensive linemen. If he's hitting them like that, he's got time to throw the ball, and they must be doing a great job protecting him. Give some love to those kids. What's their names?
Yeah, no, up front we got Tristan Steele, Jace Jernigan, Jaron Jernigan, James McMillan, and DeMarcus Smith. Those guys have been doing a great job for JP and Sammy up front, just either creating running lanes in the run game and or keeping JP upright and protecting him. So, like you said, those guys don't get a lot of love on a week in, week out basis. But coming into the year, we were having to throw some new guys up there from last year, and those guys are coming along nicely, playing hard, getting after people, and just really pleased with how they're playing thus far.
What I've lost track. Is this week 4 or 5?
It's fifth game for Mosley.
This game
is playing game 4, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe it's flying by like this.
No, it definitely feels like it's flying by.
It's crazy. I'm just looked at it. Let me ask you this: When do you start playing district games?
Next week.
Next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Next week. Yep. Start off with Milton.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
How are you holding up on the injury front? You are kind of nearing the midpoint with bumps and bruises and all that, but everybody pretty healthy still.
Yeah, pretty healthy. But it's that time of the year. You're gonna miss a guy here. You're gonna miss a guy there. Also, it's we start to get deeper in the season. Guys get sick. Guys come down with a bug and might miss a day or two of practice or something like that. So it's just part of the process.
You mentioned that bug. There is just something going around. I'm talking to a bunch of kids in youth group and all, and they're from the start of school there has been something that has just not been able to shake it. It's just really kind of so funny you mentioned that with your ball club as well, because it is across the board this fall.
Definitely. There's been at least one guy sick, I feel like every week of the season, and like you said, we just, obviously coming back to school and getting everybody back together. I think that's probably a natural part of the process, but it just kind of seems like it's carried on for a couple of weeks now. But that's part of playing football. You got to have the next man up mentality, and guys got to be ready for their opportunity. And so far, guys have been able to do that, and that's what the expectation is. And you never know when your opportunity is going to present itself, and you got to be ready to go.
Now, you were on the road last week. You're on the road this week. Give us your little plan. When are you going to leave? Where are you going to eat your pregame meal? That's about 2.5 hours over there, 2 hours over there?
Yeah, it's 2.5. We get out about 1:15, get out of here at 1:45. We're going to stop and eat a little barbecue place in Defuniak on the way over, and then get back on the road and head over to Escambia. One thing's a little bit unique. Obviously, we haven't played Escambia a ton, but just going over there and knowing that place from my time at Booker T over there, that that stadium's built down in the ground, all the water in the area just kind of funnels down in there, so the field always kind of seems to be a little bit wet. If it's a hot night, it's always muggy, it's always humid. So those are things that we're definitely preparing for. Make sure we're properly hydrated, because guys seem to cramp a little bit more when you go over there and play at Escambia. But again, it's a beautiful stadium and it's a great environment, and we're excited to go play over there.
They have, when you get, the change, the locker room, stuff like that, is it pretty nice? I'm in Pensacola High School was a dump when we used to play over there at that stadium. But it's
Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, no, it was like you look out for rats. It was bad.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, but what's it like there at Scamby? I don't know if I've ever been that one.
No, it's not terrible. It's definitely not the best, but it's not the worst. One thing it's definitely unique is going over there. The two locker rooms are pretty close to one another, so especially when I was coaching over there in Pensacola, it could get a little hostile before the game, just walking by one another. But outside of that, it's like I say, it's definitely not the best, but at the same time, it's not the worst either.
Well, good luck to you. It's going to be a tough one. Go get yourself a win. We'll talk to you next Thursday. Appreciate you coming on.
All right, appreciate having me.
All right, Coach Whitten. Man, they're on the road a lot.
Yeah, last year they had the in-county games that were technically road games, but it kept them at Tommy Oliver, so you got the benefit of playing, as the visitor at your stadium you normally play. This year they've had to hit the highway a little bit more.
In Mosley, they got their first district game will be Milton. That will be a home game. Matter of fact, I think it's homecoming.
Then they get their open week. So, next week's homecoming out at Mosley.
And a district game. Good luck. I used to hate homecoming games. At Arnold, it's like the biggest thing that ever happened. They got something going on all the time.
North Bay Haven's got homecoming tonight, and Weewell Hitchcock's coming over. I'm going to slip over to Tommy Aller and watch that.
And didn't they get their first win last week?
They did.
60-something.
They've got a common opponent. Weewell beat Graceville. North Bay Haven beat Graceville. And, you mentioned homecomings. I mean, sometimes Weewell was pretty accustomed to playing homecomings. My junior year, we played in 6 of them.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Appreciate all our sponsors. They do a wonderful job. I had a great time yesterday with Dr. Ward. I tell you what, picking college games, he is knocking out of the ballpark. He's having one of the best years he's had so far early in the year. I will say early in the year. I'm going to catch him sooner or later. But 1 in 5 DeVille skin cancer, it can be deadly. If you have a problem, it doesn't look right, feel right, go get it checked out. Jason Kovaleski did, thank goodness, and I think everything's going to be good with that. Also, don't forget about the Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Speaking of Jason Kovaleski, you can try it before you buy it. You want to get bigger, stronger, faster, he can help you every way. It's incredible. And you're having a hard time sleeping, got back pain, joint pain, he can help you. All natural, safe. Go check him out. 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street. And listen to Jason every Tuesday and Friday right here on Northwest Florida. Oh, man. Speaking of doctors, the legendary Dr. Chad Mitchell, 26 years on Bay County sidelines. 26 years. That's incredible. One of the first doctors trained in robotic surgery. That is Chad Mitchell. Listen to Chad every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up!
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
You've got to have a bad game at some point.
Feel the burn.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama.
The Red 70s studio line.
This could go 7 games.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials, Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus, live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive across from the Navy base.
And 10908 Front Beach Road.
Visit the newly remodeled Mid-South Lumber Hardware and Feed Store in Youngstown. They have a full line of plumbing, electrical, hardware, and tools for your DIY home projects, as well as lumber and animal feed. Now offering not only baby chicks and a full line of poultry supplies, but also bunnies and parakeets. They also carry a wide selection of Duplin wines and gourmet products so you don't have to drive to the beach. Come see us at Mid-South Lumber on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
With over over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
College Football Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the SEC.
Arnold deep shot to the end zone.
Jackson Arnold leads the 3-0 and 22nd ranked Auburn Tigers into Oklahoma to face his former team, the 3-0 11th ranked Sooners.
Kickoff Saturday, 2:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
College football isn't life and death. It's much more important than that. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We were at J. Michael's yesterday, and they left us some little, I guess they're toys. Julie, good trucking, love you.
Is that what
Jordan.
Brian had bring you in some gifts?
Jordan.
Stop making me clean up after you.
That's not Glenn. That's not Glenn. That's Brian. Brian brought. I left him at the table, and Brian just brought him in here. Thank you, Brian. I guess these are for Johnny. So let me put these up. Give me a second. So, yeah, anybody else out there got toys, bring them in. We'd love to have them. All right, high school picks. Let's do it. Let's get going. Jeremy, you were 7 to 10. You were the winner last week. Well, I see Tommy. Tommy got 7 to 10. Jim Brink got 7 to 10 also. Jim's doing good. All right, let's go. Let's start with Arnold. Arnold at Bluntstown. My boys over there going to play.
Arnold at Bluntstown?
No, Bluntstown's at Arnold.
Bluntstown's at Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold versus Bluntstown. I hate to do it. I'm going Bluntstown.
That's a smart pick. I think Bluntstown probably one of the best teams in the Panhandle, regardless of classification. So, Tigers, big.
Isn't that kind of like an all-star team over there, Bluntstown?
Yes, that's St. Amant NIL money.
Yeah, I blame it all on Tommy St. Amant also. All right, we got Bay versus Madison County. Now, don't let this record give you false hope.
Yeah, Madison County is in the rural classification. Okay, so that means like Bluntstown.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But listen to the schedule. And if you know high school.
1A school now.
1A school. If you know high school football in Florida, DeLand, Lincoln, Swanee, Lake City, Columbia, Pace, Jacksonville Rains, Florida High, Apopka, Lecanto. I mean,
that's a schedule.
That if you just saw that schedule, you think, oh, well, this is a 5 or 6A school.
Yeah.
This is a Class A school
that nobody will play.
And so they have to play up.
Yeah.
And they're fortunate to get teams that will take this game, because if they do beat them, it's a huge hit on their strength of schedule ratings to lose to a rural
class. They dominated our county. They have dominated us over the years.
Yeah, and so they are making the trip to Tommy Oliver to play the Tornadoes, the surging Tornadoes, who are 4-0. And so when you see Bay and Madison County, you think, oh, gosh, this looks like something else, but it's not. This is a very good football team coming over.
Yeah, so be careful what you think is going to happen, because this is going to be brutal.
Yeah.
They are really, really, really good. Team speed. The whole town shuts down when they play. They'll probably bring a lot of people also. But guess what? They're going to have another loss on their schedule after that. I got Bay.
Yeah. The Tornadoes have continued to surprise. If this game were on the road, it might be a little different story. It's a long road trip over there from Madison County here, and Tornadoes are going to get it done.
Come on, Bay. Don't let us down. Do not let us down. Now, this is interesting. Bozeman versus Sneads. Bill Thomas always had a pretty good ball club. Bozeman got embarrassed by Bluntstown like they're doing to everyone, but they've won a lot of close ball games. They play hard. They're physical. Bill's got some athletes now. This could be an interesting game here.
So it's hard to get a read on Sneads. Cottondale, it was a close game to start the season. They played Seminole County out of Donaldsonville, a bigger school that, trounced them pretty good, but then they, ran all over Graceville. And you mentioned Bozeman. I mean, Bozeman ran into the buzzsaw that's Bluntstown, but Bozeman's had some tougher competition along the way. I mean, they took the loss to Mariana. I think Bozeman's the better team here. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Go with Bozeman. You got Snead's schedule?
Yeah. Let me pull Snead's schedule up real fast here. What you want to see? Who they got coming up, or who they
played?
Oh, they play Cottondale, Seminole, and Graceville.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Bucks.
I'm thinking Bucks. Bill, don't anybody tell Bill what I just did. All right, Mosley, Escambia. I got Mosley. If their defense continues to improve, they don't miss tackles, they don't turn them all over and beat themselves, their defense has got to show up. It's like Coach pointed out, they got guys that miss one tackle, they take it to the house. They cannot miss tackles. They've got to do a good job.
Well, it's interesting. You mentioned 2 interior linemen that are D1 commits. I thought, okay, we just go to the outside. And the next sentence was, and they've got a D1 corner. So you've got to find where your options are.
They took care of them 28-14.
Yeah. I think Mosley gets it done. Control the ball. Don't make any mistakes. Get over there. Get back home with a win.
Now, homecoming, North Bay Haven versus Weewall. Who do you like in this one?
Give me the Gators. Can't pick against Weewall here. They both got a common opponent in Graceville. They got wins over Graceville each. Weewall has the win over Vernon as well. Games at Tommy Oliver tonight. That's
a nice game, yeah.
Yep. And looking forward to it.
And they're playing at Tommy Oliver. That's good.
Yep.
All right, let's get this one. South Walton. I love those people over there. I love their baseball program, the baseball coach. The football coach has done a great job also. They beat Arnold last week. South Walton beat them 24-6. They're at home again playing Florida High.
Whew. Okay. What do we know about the Seminoles? It's kind of an unusual matchup to have Florida High coming into the area. Tallahassee. Tallahassee's interesting. Kind of like Panama City, you've got the big schools, Lincoln, Godby, Rickards, and then you've got these smaller schools like McClay and Florida High and North Florida that can still play. And Florida
they got some all-star players there.
Yeah. So Florida High usually does fairly well in terms of, their football program. And this year, they're sitting 2-2. If you look at who they played, it's kind of a mixed bag. Denellen, Godby, Hawthorne. So I may have to go with the Seminoles here.
You going Florida High?
Yeah. That's pretty good competition they were playing here. They lost to Thomas County out of Georgia 79-14, but I don't hold that against them.
I say South Walton wins in overtime. I got South Walton.
Okay.
We're going to go different this time.
All right.
Now, Walton versus Fort Walton. Walton versus Fort Walton. Now, Fort Walton used to be really good. They're getting better. They're doing a lot better job now. Big school, big stadium. Walton a little bit smaller, but they've grown. Who do you like in this one?
I think this is Defuniak Springs for the win here.
Have you looked at both schedules?
Yeah. Bluntstown steamrolled Fort Walton pretty early. We all sort of took note of that when that happened. Walton's a good ball team. Who wants it more? Walton's sitting 2-1 with their loss to Bluntstown. I just think this is one of these deals where you've got the Defuniak kids sit there, and that's just what they do. The Fort Walton kids have a lot more options, So give me the Braves.
Okay, you got Walton.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold it off until tomorrow on this one. Destin versus Taylor County. Taylor County usually pretty good.
Yeah, that's a long. Are they coming here? Or
they're coming here.
Okay, that's a long road trip over to play a football game. That's not easy here. What do we know about Taylor County so far? Much of anything?
I'm waiting you to tell us.
Okay, go to the next one. I'll see what I can find out. I didn't have them on the.
The next one's Vernon versus Jefferson County.
That's another one that's kind of unusual.
Then we got Port St. Joe versus Lincoln. Freeport versus Cottondale, and
all right, take Taylor County. Taylor County's 4-0, and they're steamrolling everybody. I mean,
Taylor County.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly here. Beating North Florida 42-0.
Vernon, Jefferson County. Who you liking that one?
Jefferson County. Vernon's struggling. Coach Bugs has gone over from St. Joe, done a good job, but he's having to build the ground up.
Now, poor St. Joe's had their problems with the quarterback position. Of course, everybody's being killed by Bluntstown, so that you can't really hold that against one way or the other. But who do you like this one? It is at home. You Tiger Sharks, brought you by Taco Bell. Who you liking this one?
I've got to go with the visitors and take Lincoln. This is one of those.
Leon.
You said Lincoln. Oh,
I'm sorry, Leon.
Okay, that's interesting. Now that's a little different story. Leon's 1-2. They beat Jefferson County 55-0. They lost to Bluntstown. So
they get killed by Bluntstown.
Lost to Wakulla. Lost to Bozeman. I'm gonna take the Tiger Sharks at home.
Port St. Joe.
Go Tiger Sharks.
I thought you had Lincoln on that. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Rutherford Baker.
Okay. Rutherford played Chipley, and you and I split on that one, and Chipley got the win over the Rams here. Rutherford's playing hard. This is another one of those where they're going out and they're playing, a squad that this is just what they do. They just play football. And Baker's a proud program. They're sitting 4-0 in Okaloosa County. You get a lot of kids, I think, that maybe can't play at Crestview, but you look at what they've done. They've beaten Jay, Central, Destin, Vernon. This will be the toughest game they've had, but they've got them at home, so give me the Gators.
Yeah. All right, that's Freeport, Cottondale.
Freeport, Cottondale. Okay, that's a good ball game. Freeport is 4-0. That's with wins over North Bay Haven, Jay, Northview. You're showing Freeport Cotton. Now I'm showing that game's been played already.
Freeport versus Cotton. That's what. Okay, forget that one. Julie might have messed that one.
You know what the score of that one was?
No.
71-60.
I don't know why this is on here.
Okay. That was last week's game there. So, where's that South Walton, Florida High game?
Is it in South Walton is at home.
Oh, give me the Seahawks at home. I thought they had
No. You already picked.
Nope. Scratch that out. I thought that game was in. That game was in Tallahassee. Look, even Mosley.
Did you hear that? He listened to me and he changed his mind.
Even Mosley struggled at Florida High last year. You remember they went over there and every time they had to play, there was a yellow.
You got South Walton.
Yeah, if it's at home, give me South Walton. I thought they had to go to Tallahassee. So.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We'll jump back into some college ball. But right now, let's talk about some fine people out there. You want that yard look like a golf course? We can make it happen. When I say we're talking about Patrick. You know, my local companies. That is Turpro Pest Control. Patrick's daughter's a cheerleader at Mosley. She's incredible. Great family there. They do it all. They can keep the bugs out of your house. Give them a call. They take care of that. You want that yard like a golf course? They can make it happen. Turpro Pest Control, #1. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You want a roof? Don't go anywhere but Vandy Roofing. Kyle does a great job. Vandy Roofing, #1. Now, they can build anything. They're general contracting. They design it. They build a commercial, residential. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Guy does an incredible job. Steve's Bike Shop, they've been in business since 1979. They are incredible. You hear me? They are the best of the best. That is Stevenson.
And they got helmets and tassels.
They got it all, baby. You want an electric bike? They got it. Locals taking care of locals. And locals, this guy has knocked it out of the ballpark. He started the business. He graduated from Mosley High School. Jason Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're the best, most honest, hardworking people out there. They'll be there anytime you need them. They are incredible. They don't try to take every penny you got. Most honest, hardworking, local company out there. Don't go with anybody else but Stevenson Air Conditioning. We're right back. Jeremy, Wildcat, Brian came in. He left, brought some toys. Anybody want to bring in some donuts or something? Bring them. Chick-fil-A, whatever. We'll let you in.
Chick-fil-A sounds good.
104.3 ESPN. Our phone number here is 850-215-6290. I just saw that sign. It's been right there forever. Be right back.
Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 89 with wind 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the southwest. Clear skies tonight with a very light wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 91 tomorrow. 90 and sunshine with a light breeze Saturday. Sunday, mostly sunshine and a temperature the same at 90. This is your Thursday's weather sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus. CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
The Rich Eisen Show.
A rhetorical question, which means I already know the answer and it does not require an answer.
We'll give you one.
Yeah, man, I really want to answer. Yeah. So you think the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell were sending a message on Sunday? Do you? Our favorite Bill Burr soundbite.
Oh, do you?
They were sending a message.
Mighty Ducks. Not worth winning if you can't win big.
Rich Eisen weekdays starting at 11. Now on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Billy here. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Nick Saban can kiss my...
Uncompromising sports talk lives here. Now back to the J. Michaels studio. It's the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Prison with us. 8:15 today, Andy Burson, the voice of Auburn Tigers. What a game they've got. They go on the road to play Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a very good football team. Cannot wait to watch that. That kickoff will be at 2:30. We're probably at the Cajun place for that one. There's only 5 teams that started. This is a question for both of you. There's only 5 teams that started the season out 3-0 each of the last 5 years. Can you name those 5 teams?
Absolutely
It should
not.
be pretty easy.
Georgia.
Absolutely Georgia. Wildcat, give me a name. Go, Jeremy.
Ole Miss.
Good job, yes.
Lane Train has been running hard.
Yeah, Ole Miss, Georgia. It's not all SEC.
No.
I'm talking national.
LSU.
No, LSU is.
They can't win week 1. They finally won week 1. That's what's killed them.
That was their first. Yeah, this is their first time.
Yeah, like 5 years. Yeah,
okay.
Last 5 years.
Yes. Anybody out there? Give us a call. 216-6290.
I know those.
215-6290.
We got 5 teams at the last. I mean, they've gone 3-0.
Oh, Penn State always.
Who?
Penn State always.
Penn State,
Georgia. Till they actually play somebody.
Right. You have said Georgia, you have said Penn State, and you said Ole Miss, and you're correct on all 3 of those. There's 2 more teams out there. Come on, Wildcat.
Ohio State. No, they did lose in the early season game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was Ohio State, too. Was not Ohio State.
Not Michigan.
Not in Michigan.
Gators would be too obvious
who?
of an answer. The Gators.
Not Gators.
No. I just had to say that.
I know. That's what, you would think.
It's like,
what conference are the last 2?
One's in the SEC.
One is in
I'm
the
not going to tell you the other one.
Are you not going to tell me the other one? Not going to.
I'll say they're in the Big Ten.
Okay, one SEC, one Big Ten. Okay. SEC.
Whoa! No, they lost to Texas.
Yeah.
I was there.
SEC. Georgia.
Yeah, you said Georgia.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is, yes. Penn State's 3. There's 2 other teams out
Can't
there.
beat Tennessee.
Gamecocks.
Missouri. Missouri loads up a cupcake non-conference schedule to start the season. Nope.
No, not in the last 5 years.
Dang.
Huh.
I did this because I knew y'all would have you would struggle.
Yeah,
Anybody would.
This was pretty
I
good.
was wrong with the Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody out there know the answer to this?
Not A&M.
Florida A&M? No, that wasn't not
A&M.
A&M. Not A&M. There's 5 schools that started the season out 3-0.
There's no way it's Arkansas.
It is not Arkansas.
Okay, I'm just going to, this is bogus if it's Arkansas. So there's one more SEC school that is undefeated.
SEC school.
You know, Kentucky has been stealthy, but I can't see the Cats doing that. Yeah. They do play a pretty soft. I'm trying to think of who loads up on easy non-conference.
You know who's playing an easy conference right now, except for week 1, has been Texas.
Yeah. But we got one conference school hanging out there that is. And
they're a blue blood, baby.
Oh,
it's not Auburn.
That was supposed to be.
It's not Auburn.
Not Auburn, no.
They've dropped.
Wildcat?
Kansas.
Who?
Kansas.
Not Tennessee.
No, not Tennessee. Not Tennessee.
Longhorns.
Oh, I might have an answer right here. Might have the answer. Well, why would he text me not call in? He goes Mississippi State. No, Michigan, Eddie. No.
It's not Oklahoma.
Oh, it is Oklahoma.
Seriously,
yes.
as bad as Oklahoma has been.
Oklahoma, Georgia,
when
Ole Miss, Penn State
now,
for the 4 teams. Yeah.
4. And then we got one Big Ten team left.
One Big Ten team is left. See,
All right, it's not
that.
Indiana. It's not Michigan. It's not Ohio State. It's not. Have we got Penn State off the board?
Yeah.
It's not Purdue. You got to sort of. It's not UCLA. UCLA.
No, it's not Illinois.
It's not.
Michigan is Illinois.
Not Miami.
So, about the only school you got left is Rutgers.
It is Rutgers. Yes. Good job, Jeremy.
Process of elimination.
Yeah. Took an hour, but
now on to the next segment.
I was trying to think.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I never would have got it right.
No, that's pretty strong there.
5 straight years. These teams started 3-0. Georgia, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Penn State, and Rutgers. You would think it'd be Ohio State, Texas, Alabama.
The big names.
Yeah. Great, great job. Hurstreet's top 5. What did you think about this? I love him. I love Kurt Hurstreet. I think he's a great guy. I love his dogs. Everything about him I love. Number 1 team in the country, his top 5 right now. LSU number 1. Not me. Number 2, Penn State. Maybe. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 4, Miami. And number 5, Georgia. What's your take on that?
I think it's pretty good. I'm getting to the point that I'm real cynical about these early season rankings. Like, everybody talked about LSU, Clemson, and they got all the hype, and now it's not yet looking as big. Doesn't take away from it, but Alabama, Florida State, everybody was losing their minds. But now, how good is Florida State? We don't know.
They did that last year with Oregon. There was all this hype over Oregon.
So
Buckeyes got them.
I almost wish we would hold off the preseason rankings because it kind of pigeonholes things where teams aren't able to move up, and there's enough data out there to show that if you start out low, you really don't break in.
Well, here's the top 5 according to ESPN FPI, which is a joke. Okay, you heard Kurt's. Here's theirs. Oregon's number 1. Ohio State's number 2. You know what 3 is? Alabama.
See, there you go.
Number 4, Georgia, and number 5, USC, the Trojans. USA Today, the coaches poll. Now, I do pay attention to this one, the coaches poll. It's totally different. Number 1, Ohio State. That's who I got, number 1. Number 2, Penn State. That's who I got. Number 3, Georgia. That's who I got. Number 4, I got Oregon, number 4. They got LSU, number 4. So I would flop them. I'd have Oregon, number 4, and LSU, 5. But they don't. They got LSU 4, Oregon 5. I would have Oregon 4, LSU 5. I'm just disappointed in LSU's offense. Maybe the quarterback's banged up. Something's just not right with offense. But Florida's got a good defense too. Now I shouldn't be so hard on them. But they didn't play that well the week before on the offense side of the ball.
Right.
once they get that offense clicking with those great receivers they have, watch out for them. I love the defensive coordinator. He'll show a blitz from one side. You think it's coming to your left. Then they back out and they bring it to the right. I mean, he's got a good scheme. I like what he does over there at LSU. I like what Oklahoma does. And we got Andy Burcham, hopefully, at 8:15. Oklahoma started out a 6.5-point favorite. I think it's dropped down to 5.5 now, I think. We'll ask Andy about that. Maybe he'll know. All right, I got to start talking about what now? Commercials? All right, let's talk about some great, wonderful, outstanding
sponsors.
Unbelievable people, man. Whoops, sorry about that.
Don't touch that button.
Excuse me. All right, newbies. We got 4 wonderful, outstanding locations. Newbie 2 in the Curve. That's where you want to go watch all the games. NFL, college, you name it. Go watch it there. You're going to have a great time. Now, after that, when it's getting later in the night, head on down to the mothership. Listen to best bands in the Southeast, because that's what Charlotte's going to have for you for your entertainment. They got the one over there, the Blue facility over there in St. Andrews. That's pretty popular also, especially when it's a beautiful night. Sit outside, look at the stars, the moon. That's pretty cool. Or sit inside if it's cold and have a great time out there. All 4 of them are outstanding locations, outstanding people. John and Charlotte always giving back to the community. Let's make sure we support them big time. Get out, newbies, have a wonderful time. We'll be right back. We get back, we got Andy. I know we got Jeremy doing Bama. And then we'll have Andy and the Auburn Tigers. Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 89 with wind 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the southwest. Clear skies tonight with a very light wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 91 tomorrow. 90 and sunshine with a light breeze Saturday. Sunday, mostly sunshine and a temperature the same at 90. This is your Thursday's weather sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive, across from the Navy base.
And 10908 Front Beach Road.
PLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Haven. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Mentorship might sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. Just showing up can spark confidence and connection in a child's life. Right now, more than 300 kids in Northwest Florida are waiting for a mentor. Be the one who makes a difference. Call 850-433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to get started.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Our Alabama update is brought to you by, I've already bragged on them, Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love Jason and that crew down there. You want to save money, you call him out, get it serviced. It's going to save you money on your power bill, especially right before winter, right before summer. If you hadn't done it in a while, get it serviced. I guarantee your power bill will go down. If you got an old one, it's time to get rid of it. You got to get rid of it.
And let me warn everybody out there, if you got a heat pump, Stevenson Air Conditioning, they need to come look at it, because switching from your air conditioning that's been running hard all summer long to switching to heat your house, a lot of times screw up. A lot of times it will screw up right at that point. So, and it's an easy fix. They'll come right out. And
you know what's so great about them?
They'll do it right now.
Yeah, it could happen. Yep. They'll be there. Call them. They'll get there as soon as they can. They'll take care of it. Honest, the number one company. Locals taking care of locals. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. That's Jason. Love those people down there. All right, Jeremy, what do you have for us on the mighty Crimson Tide of Alabama?
Well, we stayed on the winning ways Saturday against a pretty good Wisconsin team. Finished up that home-and-home series with the Badgers. I'm kind of lamenting the going to 9 conference games, because these series have become less frequent when you're trying to get number of home games for the city of Tuscaloosa and the area. So I'm still kind of not liking that we won't get more teams like this. We dropped the West Virginia game. I was sharing a little bit about that with you off air. And how many trips have we made to Starkville and Knoxville? So, we're pretty familiar with these places already, but it's what it is. No crying over spilled milk here, but a good series with the Badgers, and it's been 100 years since we've played them, probably be 100 years before that happens again. They pretty much dominated the game start to finish. It was a complete performance, and I thought...
Except rushing.
And kind of outline the things that have to be addressed going into the bye week. But Ty Simpson looks more comfortable. The game did not move as fast as the game in Tallahassee. And he seems a little more settled. So overall, I was encouraged. But as you pointed out, there's some things that have to be addressed going into the off week here. The biggest, you've got to improve the run game. If we're going to hang with Georgia, we're not going to win a shootout on the road with Ty Simpson at quarterback. And we need a shorter game, control the clock, and be able to get in there and push Georgia around. We had 31 yards against Florida State, I think, for Kevin Riley, 25 against Wisconsin. That's not going to cut it.
And those defenses are nothing like physical like Georgia's.
Right. I mean, we need a 70, 80-yard rusher minimum, but we're nowhere close to even breaking that right now. Let's not even talk about a 100-yard rusher in a ball game.
Yeah.
So that's too much dependence on
Now, Miller is going to be back for the game, right?
That's what I understand. So,
and our defensive captain, the big nose guard, that should help, you would think.
Yeah. So run game has to get better. And if he is, that'll help. But is he going to be 100%? How many reps do you give him? So all of that comes into play. Second piece of this, finally got a sack.
Wasn't he a true freshman?
Yeah. We had 12 tackles for loss against La Monroe, did not have a single sack. We'd only had 1 sack, had 3 by halftime. So if we can get some pressure, that'll help. That'll create some hurries. That'll create some behind the chain situations for Georgia that we're going to need. Yeah. They cannot play second, medium, third, and short on us all day long. It'll be a long day in Athens. So if the pass rush can get there, they've got to be able to do that to give us a shot. The third part of that, the right side has got to improve on the offensive line. It's weak, and Wilton Formby has been kind of one of those.
Jeremy's the same issue we had last year.
Yeah. He's just not getting it done. And they talked all summer long about how wonderful.
That was supposed to be one of the best offensive line groups in the country.
Right, and it's not showing. And
even our left tackle, 6'7", 365, supposed to be a first-round draft pick. One play looks like an All-American. Next play, the guy gets right by him.
And if you know this, and I know this, you can be rest assured the Georgia, coaching staff knows this as well, and they're going to come right at that weakness.
Do you remember, I think you and I talked about this last year, even when the SEC championship game the year before, Kirby put a spy on Melrose, which really you're playing with 10 players on defense once you do that.
Right.
And I get it. You get up and rush, and he gets through the line of scrimmage, you blitz, and he gets through there as a touchdown. I get where he was coming from. I know why he did that, and that's smart. But They're not going to do that this year with Simpson, which is going to be a lot more pressure on the offense.
That's right.
I think their defense is going to get after Alabama big time.
I think so. If I'm looking at the Florida State game film, I'm going to follow that game plan.
Yes.
And be in his face all day long.
And Kirby can dial up some blitz package like no other. I mean, he is something special.
And, of course, the game is set prime time. Which
is it a blackout?
I don't know. I've not heard what Georgia's doing.
I
with
doubt
that.
Kirby will do that.
I don't think that would.
I hope they do.
Yeah,
usually backfires.
Bring back memories. But a rare night game at Georgia, and I think the key piece is at Georgia. Alabama on the road with DeBoer.
Yeah,
it's been
terrible,
disastrous.
Yeah.
I mean, at home he's in the friendly confines and taking care of business, but we've got one road win under Kellen DeBoer.
Yeah.
And that's at Wisconsin last year. So what happens in the adversity? Remember last year's Georgia game? You had this back and forth, and Alabama just came out and just blew Georgia out. Georgia claws back. And then Alabama, with the great catch by Williams, separates. Can this Alabama team respond to any adversity on the road, or will they do, as we've seen them do, wilt?
Yeah. And if they wilt this time, it's going to get ugly.
It's going to get ugly. So
worse than FSU.
Georgia, rightly favored, should be favored. 33 straight wins at home. I mean, they've been taking care of business. I wish that they were still playing in Knoxville trying to settle that, ball game, and that had gone to 100 overtimes, but
Kirby Smart finds ways to win.
But I'm certainly glad that we're not catching Georgia off of a loss.
Norton, Eddie, he goes, we ran all over LSU last year. Yeah, we did. A lot of people, I remember that game. I remember as Kelly looked at his defense coordinator like he's getting ready to kill him.
Yeah.
And I think we got a new one now, right?
Yeah.
But Milroe's not with us this year.
Right.
I mean, Milroe he had probably his best game against Georgia last year.
That's right.
He was up after the Heisman after that game.
He was.
After that, it was nothing like that.
It just tanked.
He ran the ball well. He threw the ball well. And Simpson runs better than people think, but nobody can run like Milroe can run.
No.
He was a beast.
He was a freak when it came to running the ball there.
Yeah.
Simpson likes to run. I think there is that piece about him, and knowing where he is on the field, I think is important. We all have that sort of highlight where he could have easily run for a first down against Florida State, perhaps giving them a chance, and he throws the ball and, incomplete turnover on down. So he's maturing a little bit. But if you thought the Florida State game was fast, Georgia game is going to be fast,
I watched the game, and I love watching Georgia play because I know how they practice, and they get after. When they hit you, you're getting hit on both sides of the ball. They're very physical. Tennessee got after them pretty well too.
Mm-hmm.
Early in the game, did you watch the same thing like 2 years ago when we played up there and lost them at night? I think it was 55, 51, 52, whatever the score. I can't remember now. They kicked a field goal right at the game and beat us. It was the same thing. We stayed in that man coverage. We couldn't cover them.
Right.
They started out the game in man coverage, and Tennessee just drilled them. And then Kirby got out and played some man, backed out of that stuff, backed the corners out a little bit, and that helped them. But they spread you out so far, and you're in man coverage. Even if they run the ball, if they get through the line of scrimmage, you're still running your receivers, and they get a big play. Then if you can't cover them, they get a big play. But Kirby made the adjustments quicker than what we did that year we lost to him. And it paid off the second half. And I really believe this. I truly believe this. He had played two teams before the Tennessee game that weren't very good, were not very quick, were not very fast. It took the Georgia players a while to get used to the speed of the game. Mm-hmm. And once they got that, they came back and they won the football game. And Tennessee very easily could have won that game. The difference in that game was the head football coach of Georgia's name's Kirby Smart. He was the difference in the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going to have a lot of build-up. It's Alabama, Georgia. Alabama's had the upper hand. Alabama's gotten several games that Georgia thought they were going to win. Alabama's been the underdog in some of those games.
They've won all but one.
And they've won all but one. This has been an Alabama-dominated series. So,
Eddie Norton, who's going to win the game? Text me and tell me who's going to win that game. Alabama at Georgia, who wins? He did say that was a rogue. We were wrong.
2 wins.
Two wins.
Wisconsin, LSU.
Yeah,
that's right. Because LSU's coming back. Yeah. That was, but if they can take that type of
all right, he says Bama's going to shock the world.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I like it.
I'll do too. I ain't putting my money on that.
No.
I just don't trust them yet. If they win that, maybe I'll start trusting them. Maybe they win and finally get a road win.
But you hit the key point here. This is a team that's not been able to be trusted because we would play a team that was unranked. And how many wins did Saban have against unranked opponents? 100 straight?
Yeah.
You took care of business when you just needed to take care of business. That's where we got the rat poison. That's where we got all of these speeches to keep everybody focused on the matter at hand. And then you'd win the big games. We're not handling the teams that you would expect to handle. And because of that, it's this uncertainty. Who are you going to get? I mean, who had us beating Georgia and losing to Vanderbilt the next week? Nobody.
That's like when Saban was there, the way they practiced. It was like an unnamed opponent on Saturday. They practiced a certain way every single day. It was about the process. Coach Bryant was the same way. Every practice was brutal. I mean, people played for him. Practices were brutal. Games were easy.
Right.
Because how hard it was.
And you hear the Saban players talk about the toughest competition they faced was on the other side of the ball in practice.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. When we get back, we'll jump in with Andy Burcham. He's going to have to get off a little bit earlier today, so let's call him quickly. Let's start right now with some of the great people like Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. Jason started that company, a local guy, graduated from Mosley High School. Locals taking care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Russ and Amber do a great job over there in Lynn Haven. David Adams Jewelry. You looking for some jewelry? Where are we going to go? Where's it called? What's
David Adams Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
Lynn Haven, baby. And I'll tell you what, Dr. Ward, love you, Dr. Ward. You're incredible. You're knocking out of the ballpark in these picks. He's number one right now, all college picks. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All you Tiger Sharks, get out to Taco Bell. Tiger Sharks, Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks, get out to Taco Bell. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
A kid graduated high school at 16. He's already graduated. Ole Miss at 19.
Yeah.
For crying out loud. His leadership qualities are good, but he is a little cavalier with the football. The way we talked about in the last segment with Lagway. It's just young quarterbacks have to learn that through failure.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 89 with wind 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the southwest. Clear skies tonight with a very light wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 91 tomorrow. 90 and sunshine with a light breeze Saturday. Sunday, mostly sunshine and a temperature the same at 90. This is your Thursday's weather sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Saturday, September 27th, come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. That's right. Get 20 to 50 acres in Baldwin County from just $139.9 with excellent financing available. Ranches at Creekside Preserve features private large acreage tracts with beautiful woodlands, rolling meadows, and a peaceful creek, all surrounded by pristine natural beauty and abundant wildlife. It's your opportunity to live in Baldwin County, Alabama, one of the fastest growing coastal counties in the U.S. due to low taxes and a low cost of living. Don't miss out. Come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. Call 877-888-1415 or go to creeksidepreserveal.com. That's creeksidepreserveal.com.
College Football Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the SEC.
Arnold deep shot to the end zone.
Jackson Arnold leads the 3-0 and 22nd ranked Auburn Tigers into Oklahoma to face his former team, the 3-0 11th ranked Sooners.
Kickoff Saturday, 2:30 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's got all kinds of...
Eagle! Hey, Martha Kinney, James Jenner. We got the voice of the Auburn Tigers, the man, the myth, the legend, Andy Burcham, and we got to go quick. Andy, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing well, James. Good to be with you today. Beautiful day here. Getting ready to head to Norman, Oklahoma.
Hey, cannot. We talked about it. Both teams had to take care of business. They did. It's here. This is probably the biggest game Auburn's played in years, and even Oklahoma. They have struggled in recent years. They're back. This is a huge football game. Real quick, let's hit on last week. What did you think about Auburn's performance? And then let's talk about this Oklahoma game. Go back to last week quickly.
I thought South Alabama was a formidable foe. That's a good program coming in. Played hard, did not give up, despite the fact that Auburn pretty well dominated the ball game. A game really of time and possession. It was long drives by both teams. I mean, it wasn't the prettiest ball game for Auburn. I think there's some things to clean up from a defensive standpoint, but Auburn gets a win and 3-0 heading out of Oklahoma on Saturday.
Listen to some of these other guys, the guys on a national show, I forgot his name, but anyway, he's played Oklahoma. They're talking about how it's going to be electric there Saturday, 2:30 kickoff time. Listen to Andy Burcham right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It will be on ABC. Andy, what is the key for the Auburn Tigers? We know how good the quarterback is at Oklahoma. They're known for defense. On the road, give me a couple keys for good things to happen for Auburn.
I think Auburn must establish the run. I don't think there's any question about that. And Auburn has done that in the first 3 games, but Auburn also hasn't faced a defense like Oklahoma, especially up front with what the Sooners put in front. They will not have Marvin Jones Jr. for the first half. He was kicked out of the game the second half last week at Temple and will miss the first half there. I think that's the only thing they worry about up front from a defensive standpoint. Listen, guys, you look back at Auburn's 3 losses in SEC play. Well, not in SEC play. Auburn's 3 September losses last year. Cal, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. And in all 3 of those games, turnovers were an enormous factor. In the Oklahoma game, from the 65-yard pick 6 by Kip Lewis in the fourth quarter after Auburn led by double digits in that fourth quarter play turned out to be the difference in the game. And turnovers were big in all 3 of those losses. Through the first 3 games this year, turnovers have not been a problem. Auburn has done a good job of taking care of the ball. The Tigers are +2 in turnover margin. We're dead last in that category last year. But Auburn also starts Southeastern Conference play on Saturday. That trend, I believe, has to continue. And it's not just this Saturday, but every Saturday for the foreseeable future.
So, Andy, you mentioned the turnover pieces. What else do you see that might be sort of an edge for Auburn in their matchup against Oklahoma? I mean, tough place to go play. They're confident and beat Michigan. There's kind of hope springs eternal here for the Sooners. But where do you see an opportunity for them to go in and match up well?
How well does Oklahoma run the football against the second-best rushing defense in the Southeastern Conference? Auburn has held opponents 67 yards rushing in the first 3 games. And Torrey Blaylock comes off a really good game for Oklahoma up at Temple, the SEC Freshman of the Week. But Auburn has done a really good job against everybody's running game so far. Now, Oklahoma has a better standard running game with Blaylock and Barnes and Jade Knott, who transferred in from Cal. So this will be the 3rd straight year that he has faced Auburn. The wild card in all of this is the running ability of John Mateer, the outstanding quarterback for Oklahoma, who has thrown for 944 yards. He's also rushed for 161 yards and 4 touchdowns. And he is tough to keep in the pocket. He's the best quarterback, the best all-around quarterback that Auburn has faced so far this season. And that says a lot considering what Sawyer Robertson did and has done for Baylor this season. So to me, it's Auburn's rush defense. How well does Auburn control or limit the Oklahoma running game on Saturday? Oklahoma can throw it, and that's a big concern for Auburn, especially if Jay Crawford does not play, and he's listed as doubtful right now at one of Auburn's cornerback spots. That availability report came out last night from the Southeastern Conference. And that was the big news, I think, for Auburn, was the fact that Jay Crawford is listed as doubtful right now. And that's not good news when you face a passing attack that, like Oklahoma, puts out there on Saturday.
And I want to ask you, I know you got to get off quicker today. All the talk, I've been looking at their websites, Auburn stuff and everything else. Oklahoma opened up a 6.5-point favorite. It's dropped now, I think, to 5.5. And everybody's talking about Oklahoma's defensive coaches, the defensive players. They know all about Jackson Arnold. They know his strengths. They know his weaknesses. But then again, I'd throw out there, he also knows a lot about the coaches at Oklahoma and their schemes. So what's him going back to play there? How does that factor in? Is it a big deal? What has Hugh Freeze said about that? I mean, I'm sure he's been asked that question. What's your take on that? Him going back to Oklahoma, what's that going to be like in your opinion?
Hugh Freeze took a Liberty team back to Ole Miss. He likens this trip for Jackson Arnold to what he went through and what he learned in that trip as Liberty's coach going back to Oxford after he had been the coach for 5 years at Ole Miss. And he said, listen, guys, and he told us, and this is what he told Jackson Arnold, Jackson, it's about the team, it's not about you. Listen, there's no way to avoid the story. It's out there. We knew it was coming. As soon as Jackson Arnold came to Auburn, he knew that he'd be going back to Oklahoma in his first season as Auburn's coach. And while Oklahoma knows Jackson Arnold and knows his tendencies, they don't know his tendencies in this Auburn offense right now. And this has been a really good Jackson Arnold in the first 3 weeks. John Mateer has been terrific for Oklahoma after transferring in from Washington State. Both of these quarterbacks are playing very well going into this ballgame. My guess, and I've not talked to Jackson this week, my guess he's ready just to get to the ballgame. He's ready to get there and play and see what happens in this ballgame. They've kept him away from the media for the most part this week. I think that's smart. Yeah. And he's just getting ready to go back to Oklahoma, where I know he has friends on that ball club and probably on that coaching staff.
Yep.
And they will have an opportunity to see each other after the game. And I'm hoping it's an Auburn win that he gets to talk about after that ball game on Saturday.
I'll tell you what, I'm pumped up about this. I've been looking forward to this one. They're both undefeated. This is a huge football game. Can't wait. 2:30 right here on the ESPN Northwest Florida. Andy, we love you. Thank you so much for coming on. I know you're busy, and we'll talk to you next time, and have a great trip out to Norman, Oklahoma. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure, guys. We'll be on the air at 11:30 on Saturday. Have a great one. War Eagle.
War Eagle, man. And everybody's going, why are you getting him also quick? He's got to go to another meeting. So it's not us. He's got to go.
He's a busy man right now.
Real busy.
Yeah.
What do you think, though? I mean, I think it's smart they keep him away from the media. Yeah. I do. And you got to look at it both ways. Yeah, their coaches know every weakness, every strength. They know what to do to get to rattle him. But then again, he knows their schemes also. He knows where they like to come, what they like to do. Hugh Freeze has been through it.
Just comes down to execution at that point. I mean, it really does. And X's and O's.
If Auburn cannot hit some passes downfield, now they've done a lot of short 10-yard. They had a lot of short 10-yard passes. This game, they got to hit some downfield. They've got to hit some deep balls, deep middle, deep thirds. They got to push the ball downfield.
Seems like everybody's just going to that slant, slant.
Yeah.
And it's not working. It's not working for anybody.
They got the great receivers. I think they can. I tell you what, I kind of feel good about Auburn in this ball game. But you're right, though, Jeremy. They beat Michigan. That gave those guys a lot of confidence. I know we got. We're going to do it in a minute. I'll ask you in a second what you're going to do with this one. But real quick, this is what they've done so far. Scoring offense, Auburn has scored 37 points a game. Oklahoma scored 33.7. Scoring defense, Auburn's giving up 14 points a game. Oklahoma's only giving up 16.3. Rush offense, Auburn's rushed for 242 yards a game. Oklahoma's only rushed for 156 a game. Now, rush defense, Auburn's giving up 67 yards a game. Oklahoma's giving up 96. Pass, Auburn 173 defense. Oklahoma's, passing offense 173 Auburn. Oklahoma 316. Pass defense, Auburn giving up 220. Oklahoma's giving up only 84. Strength of schedule, who's played a tougher schedule? Auburn's played Baylor, and Oklahoma's played really Michigan. How good's Michigan? We don't know. They got the name, but how good they really are, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
So this is going to answer a lot of questions for both teams. It's not going to shock me at all. Auburn goes out there and wins that ball game.
Yeah, very well could. I'm reminded of that old quote, pressure comes from a lack of preparation.
Yeah.
When you've got this type of familiarity, really, who's done the work to get ready for Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, pressure's on Auburn because they're on the road and all the storylines that Andy unpacked. But if they prepared well, they're going to be fine.
Auburn knows this, what Oklahoma's going to do. They're going to shut down the running attack. That's the number one thing. They have got to shut that. Now, if Auburn's running the ball like Andy said and they're getting success running it, Auburn's watch out. That's a good sign. Oklahoma's going to try to shut down that rushing attack, force them to throw the football, and that's what I'm saying. Auburn's got their weapons out there. Just get the ball to him, protect the. If they can protect him, give him time to throw the football game, I think Auburn wins. I think Auburn's got a good football team. I could be wrong. I still say the Gators got a good ball club, and if they get that offense worked out, quarterback not throwing interception, they'd be in pretty good shape. All right, we get back. We're going to do some picks. Let Jerry pick his college games. Right now, let's talk about some of the wonderful people we have, which is incredible, man. We've got so many. If you want to have a great meal, get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynnhaven right before the Mosley game. Go eat there. Have a little pep rally. All the big college games. There's games tonight on NFL. They got everything going on tonight. The place to watch it in Lynnhaven is Beef O'Brady. Saturday, get in and watch all the college games. TV's everywhere.
No traffic.
They treat you like family. Parking's no problem. Yeah, that's a great atmosphere down there. Pat does such a wonderful job. Beef O'Brady's Lynnhaven. That's the key word there is Lynnhaven. Lynn. Hey, Haven. You running for mayor? What's going on over there? I saw something this morning on TV.
Tommy's our Lynnhaven resident.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him what's going on. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better. Jason Kovalevsky. Get out to one of the four newbies. Have a wonderful time. The legendary Dr. Chad Mitchell will be on the sidelines tomorrow night. Arnold versus Bluntstown. Be there. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Rex Ryan said Russell Wilson can't play. That was a week ago. Can Russ still play? Now he's somewhere in between week 1 and week 2. Russ can throw the deep ball, and Dallas let him throw the deep ball. But Rex Ryan said Russell Wilson can't play anymore. Do you stand by that?
It's the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
Is your restaurant looking a little tired from the long off season? Is your office a little offish? Start the new year off right by giving them a fresh start. Fresh Start Cleaning is now accepting new clients. Ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services. Fresh Start Cleaning. Get clean again with Fresh Start. Call 850-771-6917, 771-6917, and ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings. And $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place. The Kings of the Swamp.
Falls loose at the 38. Gators got it. Wow.
The Gators renew their rivalry with the Miami Hurricanes.
Quick race down the near sideline. 20, 15, 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Gators.
On your home for Florida football.
Gators at Hurricanes. Saturday, kickoff at 6:30 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
You don't know what his problem is. But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
That don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's jump into these picks here. Give us a call if you like, 215-6290, especially if you're, well, never mind. Jeremy, I'm going to skip around and try to get the easy ones quick. No, I'm not. Let's just go. Arkansas at Memphis. Sam Pittman, we know he's on the hot seat. I think he does a great job. I think a mistake to get rid of him. He's got a great offense coordinator. He used to be the head football coach here, by the way. Bobby does a great job calling plays. Their offense looked really good. They almost pulled up the upset at Ole Miss. If their defense played a little bit better, they'd have won that football game. The turnovers killed them at the end. What's going to happen when Arkansas goes into Memphis with the National Guard outside making you safe? What's going to happen there in Memphis?
So this is an interesting ball game. Non-conference game at Liberty Bowl. Arkansas playing, the group of five there. Of course, border states here. And for Memphis, this is the only Power 4 team they've got on the schedule.
Super Bowl, yeah.
It is their big one. So if you want to kind of make a name for yourself with South Florida lurking around out there with their win over Florida, this is your shot. This is a dangerous game for Arkansas. Arkansas is bigger. Arkansas should be more physical. They could grind this thing out, but I think Memphis has got a good number of athletes, and I don't know that they're going to fare well in Liberty Bowl. I got Memphis in the upset.
Ooh, Memphis. Okay. Wow. All right. Southeast Louisiana, LSU. Anyway, they pull that upset.
No, this is just LSU taking care of the in-state teams.
Yes.
Like South Alabama, Auburn last week. Give them a check, play your game, go home.
Yeah, there's another one just like it. Northern Illinois at Mississippi State. Mississippi State Bulldogs will be 4-0 after this ball game. Incredible.
Northern Illinois is interesting. They obviously not the Northern Illinois team that shocked Alabama, but this is another money game. So Bulldogs big.
All right, I'm going to go real quick with these other ones. Georgia Tech at Vandy. Vandy goes another win.
Ooh, you don't think Georgia Tech is legit after that Clemson game? Could play with them?
Georgia State.
Oh, Georgia State. Okay.
Georgia State, my bad.
Okay.
I apologize.
Yeah, Vandy. Yeah,
Vandy all the way.
Although Vandy lost that game last year in Atlanta.
The revenge game this year.
Yeah.
All right, Kent State, Florida State, big win, FSU.
Knowles.
Yeah, watch out. Florida State, pretty good. What else? Any more cupcakes? Bowling Green, Louisville. Got Louisville. Okay. Then we come back and talk about the rest of these ball games. All right, if you'd like to call, give me a call on the phone, our phone, not my phone here, not my text here. Give me a call, 215-6290, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Operators are standing by.
Yes, the best operator the man ever seen. All right, let's jump into this one. I think it's going to be a really good ball game. I do believe the Ole Miss Rebels will win. They've got a good quarterback. They got two good quarterbacks. Tulane at Ole Miss. Tulane's got a really good coach. It won't shock me if they pull the upset, but I'm going to Ole Miss. What do you think about this one?
3-0. Tulane, 3-0, Ole Miss. Tulane got the win over Duke last week. They're going to pick on another Power 4. This was a close game in New Orleans last year, and Ole Miss pulled it out. I think Ole Miss takes care of business here, but this is one of those. It's kind of good to see, Tulane lurking around here.
Tulane used to be in the SEC.
Exactly.
Worst thing they ever did is pull out. They should have never done that.
Well, it used to be a good team.
You hate pulling out.
Yeah. So, when Tulane, Georgia Tech, and all that was talking about the 9th conference game, there was I saw this circulating around that Sewanee was going to be the 9th conference game, because they used to be in the SEC as well, and everybody was calling to see if they could play the University of the South.
Think about that, though. Tulane pulled out, Georgia Tech pulled out, and it kind of destroyed those programs for a while.
It did.
Especially Tulane. They should have never. Because in the state, you got LSU, and they don't have anybody else really to worry about.
No, it's LSU. It really just propelled LSU to being the only game in town in Louisiana.
I think you're going to expect that anytime that they do that transition. It
takes a
wrench in the works. It really does.
It's worked for teams coming into the SEC, South Carolina, Arkansas.
Look at the money. Missouri. Look, Missouri's building like a brand new state.
South Carolina left the old Metro to come in.
We're SEC now.
You're right.
Look out.
All right, Clemson. Syracuse at Clemson. I love Dabo. I heard what he had to say. I think he was speaking to his team also. I think he's trying to make it us against the world, and I think they bounce back and win big. This Syracuse team is not as good as we thought. You got Clemson taking care of business.
This game being at home, I think Clemson gets it done. This is a wake-up call situation for Clemson. I mean, tough game against LSU. A bit of a lapse here this past weekend at Tech. They get it done.
All right, Oregon. I think Oregon's, they look good. I mean, they have blown out people. They look good. They're no doubt up the top 5 in the country. Oregon State at Oregon. Anyway, they have a slip up there.
This is a bad Oregon State team. And I did watch some of Oregon against Northwestern last week, and I was not as impressed with that. I thought they would have put them away a little easier. They seem to struggle with the Northwestern team.
Oregon's just not consistent.
I know that's a long trip to come across, and play in Chicago in the outdoors and the wind, and it wasn't Altson Stadium, but but this was not a contest. The Ducks win this one big.
All right, Alabama, Birmingham at Tennessee. Does Tennessee have a hangover after their hearts are just crushed at the very end? They played well. They could have won that football game. A lot of people thought they outplayed Georgia. What's your take on that? The field goal I about died. Jeremy sent me a picture. It was a field goal kicker saying, "I love my school. I'm going to save my university, $500,000. So he missed the field goal on purpose. I about that. That was awesome. What do you think, Tennessee? Tennessee's got just too much players, too many good players.
UAB's going to move the ball better than you think. Tennessee's going to win the game, but they're going to, don't be surprised if it's getting close for a half.
Tennessee, no, I think Tennessee's the real deal. All right, how much time we got?
Got about 3 minutes.
All right, we can get one more in. All right, I think this is going to be a really good game. Michigan at Nebraska. This is a huge game for Nebraska. Oklahoma freshman quarterback. At Oklahoma, the Michigan freshman quarterback at Oklahoma, he struggled. Nebraska's going to be a wild scene there. They're going to be. It's hard to play there. One of my former players told me that stadium is really loud, Coach. They do a great job. The fans are classy.
Yeah, I've been to that stadium, not for a game, but I actually got to tour that when we went out.
Jeremy Hester, he said the people are really good people there.
So when I was out there for the College World Series, several years ago, just drove over to Lincoln, and they've got it all locked up. I was like, ran into this guy. Hey, can we get in there? He was the janitor. Like, yeah, come on with me. He took us into the president's box. He took us on the field. It's just, Wow. But campus was dead. Nobody was around. He's like, yeah, I got the keys. Come on.
How big is it? What's the whole, about 80?
Yeah, it's. I think upper 80s.
So it's not that big.
It's good size there, but it becomes like the largest city in Nebraska on game day.
Yeah. I tell you what do you think? I kind of like Nebraska in this one.
I think it's the Huskers to lose here. I really do. If this game were at the big house, I would. But Nebraska's feeling it right now. whether they should or not, we'll find out. But they're real spry.
Yeah, and they're calling, if they do win this, it'll be an upset. I think Michigan is favored in this ball. Ohio State doesn't play this week. Penn State doesn't play this week. Georgia, Alabama. That's 4 teams that draw a lot of eyes at college football TV stations. And they're not, all of them are off this week, so that's kind of interesting. But we get back, we'll come on, pick up on the Florida game. We don't have to talk about the Auburn-Oklahoma ball game. But right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. That Cajun place cannot wait, man. Come join us down there. I think Jason Kovaleski is going to be there. I think Wildcat's going to be there. We're just going to decide Friday what time, the 2:30 game or 11 o'clock game. That's going to be the big factor there. Auburn playing Oklahoma there. I kind of I wouldn't mind watching that at home just so I can focus in on that ball game. But there's got to be so many different games on there. It's going to be incredible. Now, what they've done, what Jan Trudy done, they want to take care of the community. We know in the summertime it's going to take an hour to get in there. The place is so popular. The food's so good. It's packed out all the time. Well, what they're doing during college football, they got 27-plus TVs. They got NFL games, college games going on all the time. When the games are being played, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever they're being played, you get your wings for 50 cents. They're incredible. They're really good. 50-cent wings. You get 20 wings for $10. You can't get that anywhere. Draft beer, $5. It's incredible. Now, you won't miss them. You won't miss game day. You get there early. What they've done, they have a brunch now on Saturdays to get you in there early. 10 o'clock, you got the brunch being served. 11 o'clock, when they kick off that ball, that's when all the specials kick in. Go check it out. You'll love it. On Sunday for the NFL games, they're going to entertain you from 10 o'clock to 12 with a North Shore Jazz Band. They do incredible job there. I know one of the main guy in that band. They're great.
Love jazz.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good. So you're eating there after church, having a great time. Then the NFL games start. If you got your Saints shirt on, guess what? They score a touchdown. Go ask for a free Jell-O shot, and they'll give it to you. Same thing for college games. LSU, wear your colors. It has LSU on it. It has to be their colors and everything like that with LSU on it. You just can't walk in and write LSU on the napkin or something.
Write it on a T-shirt.
They score a touchdown. You ask for a free Jell-O shot, you'll get it. Wear your colors. Man, we see Oklahoma, Ohio State, Michigan, Missouri. Oh, my God. Missouri people are incredible people, man. Solomon, this King Solomon, his family are incredible. Bill, Sue, I love them. They are wonderful. Former superintendent in Missouri. Wealthy, good-looking couple. They love college football. They're there with their Missouri shirts on. Now, he likes FSU also. There's someone to FSU.
Can you wear a shirt that is half and half?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
I'm not saying it's his fault, okay? I'm not blaming Joe Burrow. That offensive line is absolutely putrid. In the same breath, Joe Burrow signed up for that offensive line because he's the one that decided he wanted to play general manager this offseason. So this is a situation of his own making in terms of how this roster is constituted, the pieces that are around him.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 89 with wind 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the southwest. Clear skies tonight with a very light wind and warm near 73. Sunny and 91 tomorrow. 90 and sunshine with a light breeze Saturday. Sunday mostly sunshine and a temperature the same at 90. This is your Thursday's weather sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
In a world full of noise, one name cuts through it all.
Amplify AI.
We help HVAC, plumbing, and home service pros get found fast. More leads, more calls, more results. This ain't just marketing. It's AI-powered performance.
Amplify AI.
Hear the roar.
Call Lee at 850-299-1269. Amplify AI.
That bear ain't just for show.
The Rich Eisen Show. A rhetorical question, which means I already know the answer and it does not require an answer.
We'll give you one.
Yeah, I mean,
I really want to answer.
Yeah. Do you think the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell were sending a message on Sunday? Do you? Our favorite Bill Burr soundbite.
Oh, do you?
They were sending a message.
Mighty Ducks. Not worth winning if you can't win big.
Rich Eisen weekdays starting at 11. Now on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Well, we got a special picker today. We got a special
Celebrity.
guest. Unbelievable. Mosley. It is Mosley Day, too.
It is Mosley Day here.
And
so
we got a Mosley girl in here. Who's this? Who is this?
So this is Alexis. This is my oldest here. You hear a lot about Jordan on the show, but Alexis is the one that made me a daddy about 14 years ago. And she's on the junior varsity volleyball team. And has played.
We've heard a lot about you, by the way. Tell her, hey, how's it going at Mosley? You enjoying it?
I like it.
Are you a freshman or a sophomore?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman this year. Wow. How's it going academically? Are you doing well?
Yeah, I would say.
She's pleased.
What about the team? I know they've got really good softball. Everything's good over there. Volleyball's outstanding. They're known for that. Mm-hmm. Do they have 2 teams or 3 teams for volleyball?
They have 3 teams. This year, they just recently added a freshman team.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's on the JV team. They got a freshman team because of the number of girls, and I think y'all are 8-3 right now. So
now, are you playing pretty well?
I would say.
Yeah. What position?
I'm a setter.
Okay, good.
It's kind of like the quarterback on the volleyball.
Yeah.
You got to run around, keep everybody in alignment, and move around the court.
With all the other freshmen out there, your height, are you average? Are you tall compared to the other freshman players?
Compared to the other freshmen, I'm one of the taller ones.
Yeah.
But the sophomores on our team are really tall.
Yeah. Is it now in volleyball? Is it helped? I know you got to be quick, agile, and all that. But does height help?
Height is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, I tell you what, they got a great program over there. The coach does an incredible job.
Coach Mask has been there a long time. Coaching staff been there a while. So they've dropped 3 games. They've lost to Childs twice on the JV, and then they dropped one to North Bay Haven. North Bay Haven's a good program, too.
Tell you what, we love those Mosley Dolphins. Is Doug still the AD or just baseball?
Doug's still the AD over there. Baseball, too, there.
Yeah,
so,
I love
yeah.
All right, you got to help us with these picks, and believe me, we need some help. All right, let's start with this one. I want to start with South Carolina at Missouri.
Okay.
Break that down. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, it's the Battle of Columbia.
Yes.
South Carolina got boat raced by Vanderbilt. I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either.
And it's in Columbia. Obviously, which one? Is it in Missouri?
It's in Missouri.
Oh, give me Drinkowitz. He'll be ready.
Let me ask you this. Their quarterback at South Carolina does not play defense. What shocked me is the defensive play at South Carolina because they've got some good ball players on the defense side of the ball. Do you think maybe just they saw the quarterback get hurt, let down mentally, or just Vandy's that good, that scheme?
I think both. I think when you see your leader go down, that changes the psyche, and then Diego's good.
Who are you going with?
What do you think, Dad? Because
go with Missouri.
Missouri.
That's a good pick.
You heard here. Missouri taking care of business. I know Bill and Sue will love that. They love the Missouri. Of course, he loves FSU too. All right, let's really look into this one. Florida. I'm telling you, Gator fans, I know you're going nuts. I know his record. I get it. I understand why you're upset. They play hard. They got a good ball club. They beat themselves. Florida Gators very easily be undefeated right now, and everybody be happy, everything be going great. A play here, a play there is destroyed them. 5 turnovers at LSU at night, and you only lose by 10. Their defense is playing big-time championship-type defense. Offense is not. The quarterback is a big disappointment. And I watch his body language, Jeremy. To me, it's like, does he care? I know he does, but it's just, you see it's like deer looking at the headlights.
Yeah. Lagway's struggling right now. I don't know if he's in his head or what, but he just kept finding the open LSU guy all night wrong, and that's the wrong team.
Look who's Miami's played.
Notre Dame.
Pretty good ball club. They beat them there at home.
Yeah. Florida A&M.
Florida A&M and they beat South Florida. They beat a good South Florida team that beat Miami. Everybody's going to be going, hey, they killed South Florida. South Florida beat Florida. Florida has no chance. You can't look at scores. Look at the matchups. It's all about matchups.
Well, you mentioned something else too here. When you play a rival, when you play the people, whether it's volleyball and it's on the other side of the net and you know these girls, or if it's football and it's the guys that you've been playing the high school ball, in-state, throw all that out the window.
They'll get after each other.
They're going to get after each other. That's exactly right. So can Napier get them up for the ball game? Miami came in last year and ran all over Florida.
Yeah.
Can he motivate?
Yeah. And remember when he was almost getting fired last year, the players rallied around him. They want him. They like him.
Yeah.
I think they're going to show up and play really, really hard. If they don't turn the ball over, they can win this ball game. Who are you going to pick?
This is a dangerous Florida team coming into Miami. Miami's sky high with that opening season win, and they handled South Florida. It comes down to Napier and what he can do as a coach. Does Napier care anymore? And Miami, there's not going to be a crowd factor. Nobody goes to games in Miami. Even in the in-state game, there'll be more Gator fans. There'll be about 50-50 split. I think it backs against the wall. The Gators get it done.
All right. I'm leaning that way. I'm kind of leaning that way myself. I think they're still – I like the way they play. Even the offensive linemen, we got good running backs. They don't run them. Mm-hmm. I mean, he reminded me of Tennessee game, Alabama, when Alabama threw the ball 50 times from Melrose.
Yeah.
He's struggling, and they just stick to the running game. They didn't even really try to establish a run. I know LSU's defense is really good, too. It's not going to shock me if Florida wins this game. You going with your daddy?
Well, I think it's going to be like a close game, but I think in the end, Florida will have outplayed them.
There you go.
Okay.
You heard it here first. We got it called. Nobody else has done this but you. Everybody else is going with Miami right now. Well, I'll take that back. Glenn went with Florida also. Okay. All right, the big one. The big game in the SEC this week, 2:30 kickoff, Auburn at Oklahoma. They know the quarterback. They would love. He left. He's a traitor. They want to knock him out. They want to win the ball game. Auburn, I think, has got a good ball club. I got a gut feeling Auburn might pull this one out.
Well, one of my sort of text threads contains a lot of Auburn fans on it, and they had a lot of commentary around the ball game itself. I trust them because they follow this program. One of the comments, South Alabama isn't a bad team. We'd better fix the pass defense before Oklahoma next week. Next thread, going to get smoked by Oklahoma. I don't know if they're just down on the performance, but
kind of like me when I talk about Alabama.
Yeah. So they're nervous, and rightly so. How good is Michigan? Oklahoma's going to be a tough place to play. All the quarterback stuff that Andy broke down for us in the previous segment. I think we'll have to lean with the Sooners.
Well, the bottom line is who's got the better players, who's got the better quarterback, and you would kind of have to lean towards Oklahoma on both those right now. I would say a quarterback anyway. I like Auburn's receivers against about any receivers in the country. They're good. They really are good. This Auburn football team's better than what people think.
Mm-hmm.
But they're at home, too.
They're at home.
Yeah.
If this game were Jordan here, give me the Tigers.
Well, they should have won it last year. They gave it away last year.
They did.
As bad as Auburn was, they gave it away last year. Who was the quarterback at Oklahoma last year? He's at Auburn now.
Auburn now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You think it's going to be a close, competitive football game, or you think Oklahoma pulls away and wins by 7?
Very close, competitive ball game. Yeah.
Who you like?
I feel like Auburn's going to struggle with, if they don't have, a perfect passing game, they're not going to be able to get past Oklahoma well. So I feel like Oklahoma's going to win.
She is brilliant. You know that? That's amazing. All right, I'm going to hold off.
Down.
I got to hold off.
You got to hold off. You got to make your pick.
Hey, we only got about a minute. Get involved in sports. If you play sports, your grades seem to be better. If I was hiring somebody today, especially if it was a younger person we need to hire, I would go somebody play sports because of the discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And have you been playing volleyball very long?
I've been playing for 7 years now.
Wow, that's awesome. So is this your main thing, your main sport?
Yes, sir.
You going to do anything else over there besides volleyball?
We'll probably do beach volleyball.
Yeah, they've added beach at the high school
Is that
level,
going to be in
too.
the spring?
That's kind of winter, spring. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing it year round.
But also flag football. I've been thinking about
There you
flag
go.
football.
You need to do it. You do. When you go to college, have you decided yet what you want to do, what you want to be, what you want to study?
I've always, since I was little, I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Good girl. Good girl.
Stay
Tell
on
you
the water.
what, you got good mom and daddy, I tell you that. Hey, we're out 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You did great.
ESPN Northwest Florida broadcasts the biggest and best games of the week.